Hey, everybody. Today we're going to talk about why you might not be showing up in the news feed on your social media platforms. A lot of my clients ask me all the time, why don't I show up in the news feed? I'm posting, I'm commenting, I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing, yet the algorithm is working against me. Why don't I show up in the newsfeed? And this is what I hear all the time. And that's what we're talking about today. So stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
So I have clients that come to me all the time and they ask me, how do I show up in the newsfeed? Why is what I'm putting out not showing up in the newsfeed? And here's the deal. On social media, you have to put something in order to get something out. It's the same as building a relationship. When you're dating somebody, you have to give to the relationship before you can get something out of it. If you're a parent, you know this, especially with your kids, it's a give and a take. And it's the same thing for social media. You need to be able to put something in consistently so that you can get something out consistently. So what that means is showing up consistently and always adding to your following at the same time. So you get new eyeballs on your stuff all the time. It does not mean that you can just log in, copy and paste something and zoom away. It does not mean that you can go into a group, make a little post and leave and hope for the best. You've got to stay a while. You've got to mingle a little bit with the people, if you know what I mean. You got to get friendly. Now, I'm introverted. And I know if you're introverted, you might be like, no, I don't want to do that. But actually, doing it online is so much more easier than doing it in person. You're sitting at your desk, you type something else, and you go away. It's very different than walking into a big conference. And then you've got a million people that you've got to talk to and chit chat with and get comfortable with. And it's not like that online. It's actually much easier online. So showing up consistently means adding to your following and then sticking around to mingle. So how do we do that? Well, first and foremost, you have to start with a following. So you have to start building that following. So every time you're on social media, it's an opportunity to get more people on your stuff. Their eyes are looking at you and you are becoming more visible. And to do this, you have to do it consistently. So you're always growing. And what this means is you can send friend requests to people that you resonate with, or people that you've met in groups, or people that have something in common with you that you want to communicate with. It means that you can connect with people and start conversations in a group, under a post, in the inbox, wherever. There's just a lot of opportunity to speak to people online, and especially in your own group or in other people's groups, and Messenger across several different platforms. Whatever it is you want to do, you just go out and do that, but you have to connect with people. It's all about building relationships and providing value. So you have to connect with people because that's how you build relationships. Now, you want to respond to as many comments as possible and give yourself some time for this. Maybe set a timer on your phone and then respond to these comments to as many people as you can in your group and in places where you've posted, wherever you want, on your newsfeed, anything like that. And also, you want to start conversations with your new followers, new people who have come into your world, new people who have asked for a friend request, people who have come into your group, people who started lurking on your newsfeed and you start seeing their name come up. Those are the people that you want to start conversations with because those are your new followers. And just like somebody who's brand new to your team or brand new to your school or brand new to your family, if you adopted someone, you want to make them feel welcome, like you are excited to be in their presence. You are excited that they are a part of something bigger that you are also a part of. And so you have to start these conversations with these followers, these new followers. Thank them for adding you as a friend. Thank them for requesting to be your friend. Thank them for joining your Facebook group. Thank them for whatever, commenting on your post, and just open the communication lines. And then you want to make your posts public. When you can make your posts public, anyone can see them and everyone can share them. And so it's a really great way to have a great piece of content go viral or semi-viral because you're allowing more people to see it. And when someone comes to your page, especially on your personal page, and they're scrolling through and they see all this great content, it's because you've made it public. And it's because your great content is on show to be visible for other people.
It's time to get laser focused this year and fill your group programs and one-on-one calendar once and for all. My 90-day business accelerator helps coaches and healers fill their group programs so they can scale their business, freeing up their time and making them more money than they made in the previous quarter. Visit go.melissmarketing.com/MWI, which stands for Marketing with Intention. See you there.
Now, if you keep it private, only your current followers can see it, not the people who, let's say, you're in a group with and you're chatting with someone and you're talking in a group under a post, commenting back and forth, and then this person's like, who is she? And I want to check her out. So she goes to your personal page and all of your content is locked up. I'm sure you've seen this happen before when you've searched on someone else's page. Now she knows nothing about you. And she's like, I don't really want to be your friend. I don't know anything about her, But if she went to your page and the content was all set to public, at least all the great juicy pieces of content was set to public, then she can get a feel for who you are. She can read all of your posts. You can get the vibe across. And she could be like, wow, this girl's amazing. I want to be her friend. So you want to make your posts public. Not only that, they're shareable, which is so important on social media because that's how you become visible. So if a friend of yours sees your post and it's like, wow, this is great content, I've got to share it, then they can share it on their wall. Now, if your post is not set to public, only you can see it and only she can see it. And only her friends can see it if they are friends that you guys have in common. Those are the only people that are going to get to see it. Everyone else is going to go to her page and it's going to say, this content is not available now. So if you set your content to public, when someone else shares it, all of their network gets to see. All of their friends get to read it. Whatever it is, that great content can lead someone back to your page. So you want to make sure that all of your posts are set to public so that when someone clicks on it, they can not only see what it actually is, but they can come to your page because they've seen it somewhere else if someone shared it. So all of these actions are going to help you grow your following, which is step 1. Before selling anything that you offer, all of your services need to be sold to someone who is aware of what you have to sell and offer. And if you are not visible, they are not aware of what you have to offer. So growing your following is step 1 before making consistent sales. What I highly suggest you do is dedicate a block of time each day to do your social media nurturing. And it's really the only way to grow your following consistently if you don't want to put ad spend budget behind it. Now, if you're going to spend money on Facebook ads, it's going to be a little bit of a different strategy. And it's a little harder to warm people up because they're strangers, complete and total strangers. They're coming from a cold audience. Whereas when you're meeting people inside groups and you have a more personal touch, and so this is the strategy to do that without ad spend. So here's the bottom line. The algorithm favors its super users. So if you want to be favored in the algorithm, you need to be a super user. And to be a super user, basically that means you show up every day, you post every day, you comment on things and reply to people's messages every day. And that's what a super user is. It's someone who just hangs out online on the platform, and the platform will reward you. Now, that doesn't mean spend 14 hours a day. It doesn't mean spend even 5 hours a day. You can set 30-minute timers. You can go through a couple of groups. You can set a timer for an hour. You can message a few people. Whatever it is you need to do to fit it into your schedule, do that. But you got to take action every day to be considered a super user so that the algorithm is now working in your favor. That's the key. So if you want to show up in the newsfeed, you've got to show up and you've got to engage. All right, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey, coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.